Asia to North America. We welcome you to the prestigious conference, sir.
Thank you very much, PSIT, for giving me this opportunity, for being in the part of your such a successful conference you are having on a very important topic on business practice in Industry 5.0. Before I start my presentation, I want to thank Dr. Harish Kumar, Professor Bhagwan Jagwani, and my dear friend, Dr. Anurag Pandey, for trusting me. So good evening all to you, and I'm starting my presentation. So my presentation today title is Authentic Intelligence. So we've been talking a lot about artificial intelligence and how can we convert this artificial intelligence into authentic. Why we call this artificial intelligence is because it's all driven by the machine. The neurons, the pathways, it's all been predetermined, algorithms determined by a computer, or it has been sensed with understanding the previous patterns and going forward with that. Authenticity can come when you have that emotional feeling into it, when you have that social intelligence into it. You can have the feeling of pain and pleasure, right? So that is important. So that's where I like to focus on. Am I audible and my screen is audible? Just give a heads up or say thank you or whatever it is. You can hear it? Okay, wonderful. So with this conference, it looks like your PSIT is becoming a professional school for innovation and technology. Is it not? Taking that leap, acceleration on thinking about innovation, technology, moving yourself from that business perspective where you are embedding innovation technology, which will accelerate your quantum for the business thought process. And now in business schools, technology is becoming a strategic factor. Or is it a professional school for intelligence studies? And that is something, area where you can ponder around. How intelligence can come in business, how we, instead of visibility of the competitors, how we can have that visibility of the competitors by a systematic approach of data collections, and that is giving some kind of trends and a language. Traditionally, we used to ask the salesperson of an organization to let us know how my competitors doing in the market. Are you asking the marketing channels to let me know how is my brand as compared to my competitor's brand? Here, intelligence will be again a very strategic study for us. So students, there may be you have to do certain kind of projects. Please do think about how AI can play an important role in understanding what your competitors are doing. And obviously you want to have that competitive advantage in the market to be the market leaders. But how about if I add up this a professional school for authentic intelligence studies? Wow, that aha moment is coming up now, I suppose. How we can bring that art and science together, the social emotions, the feelings into this business, because it's ultimately, the business is just not on data, it's just not on numbers. It is beyond numbers. And that's why businesses management is an art and a science. That was setting the tone of my presentation. I move forward with that. How in business, can we think about that mindset moving ourselves from that competitive environment to that collaborative environment. Is it possible somewhere? Yes and no. We have been put into that system from the very childhood by our parents. You need to be competitive. You need to be the number one in the class. This competitiveness has been rooted in ourself, in our DNA. And we never had that feeling of collaborative approach of winning together. Business also tradition was the same, where we were always, our company was always focusing how I can be one step ahead than our competitors, how I can win over my customers by beating my competitors. But that authentic intelligence will be more thinking of integration, coordination, how we can able to cooperate with our business partners, how we can able to collaborate. So that will be a authenticity into intelligence. How can we move ourselves from that greediness of that profitability perspective to the well-being? We have been in any organizations, especially from the human resource perspective, we have the counseling, psychologists are there, and counseling sessions are there, and we are always talking about that well-being of an employee. But that is just a cosmetic, just a pain. The goodness comes from your deep heart, the well-being. The HR can checklist, yes, we did that program on the well-being or the mental health, but it just becomes just a eyewash or a greenwash, what we call that. We have to move ourselves from that goodness perspective of well-being. If we have it from that holistic approach, it has a profound impact into the business. How about we have that feeling in a teamwork, teamability in our organizations, discussing with your internal employees or the internal customers, we say, or the external customers, how we have that mindset and the mentality of the caring our customers. How we can reduce that perspective of that conflicts between yes, it's very good to have criticism. It's very important to have that constructive criticism and deliberate on and ponder on certain issues. But the most important thing is how we can have that caring culture. And that caring culture makes that fascinating perspective. It kills that toxic environment. The animosity of different opinions on geographical patterns, on social patterns, on the cultural patterns in organizations. How we can transform that hatred into amiability. Today's agenda, I'll be going quickly. First of all, I'd like to talk about the technological adaptation cycle. If we were thinking about being the first timer or the first mover, okay? And after that, I'll be sharing some golden nuggets for you all. And that may and surely make that transformation change in the mind thinking process of individuals and teams and organizations. And then, as we move forward, things are becoming more liquidity state where there's a high speed pace of changes taking place and we're getting disruption. Business schools are not being spared. What happens 16 years from now, 20 to 40 and beyond? I throw my expertise into it with my thought process into it. And last but not the least, questions and answers. I'd like to tell you about the power of questions is becoming very critical and very important, very vital compared to the answers. I'm looking forward from you all, such talented and brilliant people across the globe. I'm here in Saudi Arabia. So we start with that technology adaptation cycle. So if you see that, if you see from the marketing perspective, we do have that adaptation cycle, which you must have been taught or will be taught by your distinguished faculty members. We had that innovation and early adopters. So in technology perspective, I call it, I'm doing a research on this and still in the work in progress. I call that techno elites. And techno elites will be that key organizations will be driving the global business. Who are they? Who will be these few important nuggets? Who will be these few important precious diamonds or the Kohinoors? In that cycle will be techno doers who will be adapting the technology, moving forward, transforming themselves, and driving value. And the hindsight is always on that profitability, well-being, etc., etc. The techno watchers will be just audience watching a soccer match or maybe a cricket match. With a split of an eye close, a blink of an eye, it will be another change for the organizations. It's not a time for watching. It's a time to be embedded to that technology wave. If you're not, the watchers will become the technical barriers. You'll be bombarded and you sink into that technology soil, and you'll be perished into it. You won't be able to come out. So, any organization, institution want to be a techno elite. The power of question, this is my golden nuggets, the power of questioning. But do you think there'll be a change in the way we do the evaluation? The way we need to understand the industries? Now, from the student perspective, they have that abundance and democratization of information and knowledge. With just writing the keywords, they are getting an ocean of information, which was not earlier. So the answers are readily available. So there will be a switch now. Maybe perhaps the business school like PSIT may be giving you certain essays and they are supposed to ask the students to derive a question, appropriate question to this answer. So the power of question will be more strategic, it will be more important. For the students to understand what will be the question for this script. So we are moving from text to a text to an action. So this will be another shift. For example, to elaborate what I said just now, we had been traditionally giving gradings on your performance. A multiple choice question, A, B, C, D. C is the correct answer. C, you get a point. A, B, or D, choose may not get you the grade. Or true and false. Answer is true, but you said false, you may not get the grade. You said true, you get that point or the grade. So your questions were the inputs, your answers were the performance, which we were moving around with. But now, what will be the new shift? With AI generative algorithms, question matters more than the answers. In a split of a second, we get, this is just the starting of asking any, like for example, chat GPT about any question. And as we move forward, we may have more possibilities of platforms, highly integrative. So it's not the time to test on the answers, it's the time how you can culminate into checking your analytical skills of learners by that unanswered question or unasked questions. The next, which is I perceive, is there's a very good book written by a professor from Indian School of Business, I think it's Hyderabad, and he's Professor Sinha. His name is Raj Sinha, and he has a book called Learn, Don't Study. I strongly recommend to buy that book, or maybe a Kindle copy. How that learning has to be embedded, and learning actually takes place every stage of the life of a human being. The role of a human being is all time a student. And technically, I foresee, and personally, I get a lot of disruption in the business. My MBA was in 1993 from India, where actually that time the evolution of MBA was not to that great extent. Sometimes some MBA faculties were being shared by the Commerce Department. At that time, if you see that I'm disrupted today with coming of new concepts and philosophies and new trends in the business. To update that, the best way for faculty members is to learn from the students themselves. Gen Z, they are extremely dynamic and they're smarter in terms of being called the digital natives. And students' perspective has need to understand from the history of people like us that wisdom sharing should take place. So in fact, it's no more that student-centric, it is learner-centric environment now from that curriculum perspective. If you have been had the opportunity to do supply chain, and perhaps some of my distinguished audience may be knowing about the pull strategy. The pull strategy was, quickly I would like to tell you, where the consumers or the market pulls your product or your brand because of your high level of intensity of promoting your product in terms of promotion strategies, social media, advertisement, direct marketing, public relation, personal selling, sales promotion, etc., and advertising. And the push strategy was where you are giving extra incentives and allowances to your marketing channels, maybe the distributor or retailer, to push your brand to the customer. So there's 2-3 shampoos, and the customer gets, in the shampoo B brand, he gets more incentive or profits compared to A, C, and D, and he tries to push it. So with that pull and push strategy, from the supply chain perspective and from the marketing perspective, I foresee and reinforce it with 2 more words, the pace and the play. The pace is highly accelerated in today's business. And that play of innovation, experimenting. No idea is a stupid idea. Every idea is to be recognized and put into a certain parameters and frameworks and pilot studies. So companies who are with that agility of pace and play have that added advantage. We have seen some so-called the blue chip companies when I did my business MBA that time, where Kodak, not to be heard about it, Blockbuster, American company for audio video CDs, HMV, a company which was making cassettes and music systems. So that pace and play plays a very important role. Netflix, look at it, how quickly they came into that market and disrupted the whole business. I again say there's a professor, Jagdish Seth, he's based in USA, in Atlanta, and he has written a book on the golden rule of 3. So I like you to also go through this book. It's a beautiful book talking about that we have two kinds of banners of retail stores, the generalist and the specialist. Now the generalists are which are keeping stock keeping units more than one, a variety of stores from A to Z, from shoes to imitated jewelry to grocery to beddings to furnishing items, almost all a huge amount of products, whereas the specialist will be focusing on certain kind of products only in a line on a specific line extension that is of, for say, furniture, beds, furniture, study tables, furniture, couches, etc., etc. So he says that in the generalist, our focus is more towards a scale up with low margin of profits. That's true. And the specific do not scale up so fast, but the margin profit is high because that have that niche. So the companies which are in between get stuck in the middle in strategy. And henceforth, they're not able to either be shift to the generalist stores or the specialist stores. So he talks about that these stores can have that merger and acquisition coming together, consolidating themselves and become the third ones, or else you may sink. So this can be a very good strategy to be into the business. So why I want to tell you is that you have to follow a certain pathway which gives you a value in return to you. The next is what I tell and what I want to reinforce is passion is very important. Don't leave a passion. If you have passion on certain things, irrespective it is not reflecting your performance of your grades, do not leave it. Hang on to it. There will be opportunity, if not today, then tomorrow. And that passion should have that feeling of compassion. Compassion is when you are able to take care of the person's sufferings into you. So if you see the compassion stages, we start with the sympathy, where someone lost his wallet or his purse, and we sympathize. Oh, I'm so sorry to know that you lost it. Yeah. It further intensifies when we say empathy, when you are in the shoes of that sufferer. And compassion goes to the third stage, which says that you take some of the sufferings of the sufferer. It's easy? I don't think so. It needs a lot of high engagement with that sufferer. But can be a cultural perspective to it. And competencies, which is your hard skills, your ability to solve problems, ability to make analytics, the power of questioning. Now, for the readiness for the Industry 5.0, tokenization has taken up in a highway. It's becoming more sustainable. It does not actually transfers and moves your currencies. It is a token in form of certain symbols. So just like you get certain kind of points. So now the new trend is maybe you may get your salaries in forms of tokens, and that tokens appreciates. So for example, I give you example that if someone gets a salary of 5,000 US dollars in a month, for example, so now you are getting a replica of 5,000 tokens. And perhaps these tokens are reinvested in certain place and it has a market value. So perhaps this your salary maybe 6 months may, if you sell it, becomes increases by 10%. Just an idea, 20%. So tokenization it will be in your salaries, it will be in your shares, it can be on loyalty programs, etc. So just throwing ideas to you. There will be something technology hijacks. So we know in business, the big fish eats the small fish. It has been there all across the world, global phenomenon in business. The big fish will not let the small fish survive. So there will be something, technology hijacks taking place, where the big companies with high volumes of economic strength can take that advantage of buying forcefully and hijacking that technology. It is possible. Trust, it's so important. The trust factor needs to be more in questioning. It needs to be more enforced. Trusting your business partners, trusting between the customer and the company. And that has more intention because of that security and privacy, etc. And not last but not least, the AI agents. It's such important, especially for the business schools. If I take example of finance students, for example, and your professor, distinguished professors ask you, okay, these are certain stocks of certain companies, and can you do a mock buying and selling of these shares? And let me know, going to the history of these companies, and let me know, should I go and sell my pharmaceutical shares, and should I buy IT shares, or should I buy healthcare shares, what it is. So now it's a change now of the roles. The AI agents will be there with you. They will be something, if not authentic, but quasi or semi-authentic. The AI agents will be buying and selling your shares accordingly. You have already predetermined that I'm looking for, say, a return of 20% on my sales tradings. So now you don't have to see your newspapers, you don't have to read articles about the movement of the performance of the companies. The AI agents will be doing your work themselves by buying and selling the shares without your notice, because you've already given them certain commands. That becomes a game changer in the business. So our distinguished faculty members, do we need to now teach these students about the portfolio financial scripts, or should we teach them something, technology as a strategy? How that AI agents can play a very important role in maximizing your wealth. Now we see from the point of view of the leaderships of the business schools. It's a It's a holistic approach of leaderships, faculty members, students, and poly adaptation, the strategies. Technology adaptation become a strategy, especially in business schools now. That will differentiate. I'd like to hear from you. The questions have power. Thank you very much for listening, and I'm looking forward from some questions and interaction with you all. Dr. Anurag has sent me a chat. He says, I got 5 minutes, so I'm happy to utilize these 5 minutes for questions. Can I have the question, please? Okay, great. So actually, the WhatsApp does not work here. So Dr. Anurag Pandey is saying it's done now. Okay, then do connect me with your ideas, and I assume we can all work together to make this planet and this world a happy place. Thank you very much, PSIT, and thank you all the very best for the remaining session. Goodbye.
Thank you, sir. The students are applauding for you. Okay.
It's done. Leave the meeting, please.
On behalf of Department of Business Administration, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Muhammad Rishad Faridi for sharing his time and valuable inputs with us. We are really grateful to him, and we look forward to having another session with him over some other period of time. He has also given us an option that he has shared his email with us. If we have any set of questions we want to ask him, we can ask him directly by emailing it to him. We'll share the email with you, students, in your class groups. Otherwise, an option has also been given where we can have a comprehensive set of questions from the institute side, and we can share it with him, and later it can be addressed in totality. The very next session we have planned for the day is the valedictory session, which will resume in, I believe, in a couple of minutes. We will be soon joined by our group director, sir, Manmohan sir. So, he is expected anytime soon now.
both the teams first winner and the second winner. Then now the sessions are for
रुको, देखो ये है बच्चों की, ठीक है,
सही रखी है
ये है फ्लो।
अंदर
Kindly stand as the dignitaries arrive. I welcome our Group Director, Director PSIT, Director Academics, Director PSIT CHE, Deans, Chief Guest for the session, faculty members and students. I would like to take this opportunity to reflect on the key takeaways and express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who made this international conference truly remarkable. These 2 days, we witnessed an incredible exchange of ideas, groundbreaking research, and inspiring discussions that are shaping the potential of Industry 5.0. From thought-provoking keynote addresses to interactive panel discussions, each session added immense value to our understanding of innovative business practices and human-centric industrial advancement. Our keynote speakers set the tone with visionary insights, while the technical sessions and research presentation showcased cutting-edge advancements and practical solutions. The panel discussions on the future of work, upskilling and reskilling for Industry 5.0 brought together industry leaders and experts to address one of the most critical challenges of the modern workforce. And thanks to the amazing audience for such a wonderful engagement. To take us through the next session, I request my co-host, Mr. Jitin Mishra, sir, to take on for the further proceedings.
Good afternoon, everyone. Proceeding ahead with the valedictory session, I would like to invite upon stage Jaiveer Singh, sir, as chief guest for valedictory session. Sir, if you can join us on stage, please. We are really thankful to you, sir, for providing us time for panel discussion and also staying back for the valedictory session. We are truly grateful for it. Please, sir. Next, I would like to invite our own group director, sir, Dr. Manmohan Shukla, sir, to please come on stage and share the stage with us. Next, I would like to invite Director PSIT, Dr. Sanjeev Balla, sir, to come on stage. Next, I would like to invite Director Academics, Raghven Singh, sir, to please join us on stage. Next person I would like to invite is our very own dynamic Director of CHE, Dr. Bhagwan, sir, to please come on stage. Lastly, I would like to invite convener of this conference, also Dean for Business Administration, Dr. Harit Kumar, sir. Starting with the award ceremony, the very first category we are felicitating the awards for is for the student paper presentations. Very first person winner of student paper presentation is Tanishka Avasthi. Tanishka, can we have you on stage? Second person lined up for the best paper presentation, Aditya Gaur. Aditya, can you move on quickly, please? Third person, Pranveer Kaur. Fourth student paper presentation winner from MBA second year, section 2A, Bhargavi Avasthi. Number fifth, best paper presentation for students from again section MBA 2B, Sneha Singh. The final award for the best paper presentation, the last person goes to Bhumika Badoria. Bhumika, can we have you on stage? Harpreet will take the award on her behalf. Harpreet, you are invited on stage, please. The second category for student competitions are the poster competition. We have had very beautiful presentations from students covering so many different aspects of life and also the challenges faced by environment today and how can businesses be made more sustainable and also how do we need to change in the coming future. So the very first number one poster presentation award goes to Tanya Jaiswal and team H. The second award for poster presentation is something which relates to our life also, and you as students need to take care of it in the coming future. Guess the category? Yes, work-life balance. Vanya Kakkar and team is the runner-up. Come fast, Vanya. After students, now we have the award category is for best papers presented by faculty members. The very first and the best paper award recognition goes to Jatin Pandey sir and team. Jatin Pandey sir, Anubhav Srivastav sir, and also myself. Ms. Sukansha Singh presented the paper online. She is not available with us. I would request Dr. C.K. Dwivedi sir to come and accept the award on her behalf. The next award for... Sir. Please come, please join. You are the co-author. Yes, sir. The next award for best paper presentation for faculty members, I would like to invite upon stage Shrey Shukla sir. Sir, if you can join us quickly, please. The next paper category presentation, best award goes to Dr. Ajay Kumar Dogra, who presented the paper online. He is not available with us. On his behalf, I would like to invite Dr. Anurag Pandey sir to come on stage and accept the award. The next award for best paper presentation for faculty members, the paper was presented by Dr. Lakshmi Shetty. She is also presented the paper online and physically she is not available with us. On her behalf, I would like to invite Dr. Ashish Shukla sir to come on stage and accept the award. If Priyanka ma'am can join us on the stage and accept the award on her behalf. As we are all aware, there were more than 500 plus participants who participated in this conference. It is practically not possible to felicitate everyone with a certificate on stage. All remaining certificates will be distributed to the individual students and also the different members. So you will be getting your certificates in the upcoming week. Best Paper Award, the last award, sorry, I skipped the person. It goes to Ms. Shweta Badoria. If we can have a huge round of applause, please. Shweta ma'am is an external participant. If we can acknowledge her by some applause. She is from MPGI. A lot of effort went into making this conference impeccable and also error-free. It cannot be undermined without the contribution of various co-creators, event heads, and also the members of organizing committee. I would like to call on stage people of organizing committee to come and receive their certificates as well. The very first person I would like to call upon are the co-conveners of the conference, which is Ruchika ma'am and Anurag sir. Can we have you on the stage, please? The second category is for organizing secretary. Priyanka ma'am, Karan sir, and Deepak sir. Can you join us on stage, please? All the students who have got certificates for poster competition or the best research paper presentations, can you join us on stage, please? All the students, best paper or poster competition winners, please join us on stage. बोल तो दिया करण सर दीपक सर इनका नाम कैसे बोले Students can assemble here, please. Join.
One can come here.
मैं ही बोल सकता हूँ बताओ मैं बोल देता हूँ रुको Sir will request for 1 minute more. Lastly, the final members of organizing committee is myself and Sebia ma'am.
All the faculty members, all the announce कर दीजिए, उनका announce कर दीजिए.
I would now like to request all the faculty members to be on the stage to grace the occasion.
All the faculty members of MBA department.
Requesting all the faculty members of MBA department to please join us on stage. बहुत लोग हैं
नितिन सर
I would request Director Academics, Dr. Raghavan sir, to please present a vote of thanks. Sir.
Esteemed dignitaries, distinguished faculty members, valued guests and participants, and dear students, good afternoon, everyone. On this very special occasion of valedictory session international conference on innovative business practices in Industry 5.0, a platform had been provided to discuss opportunities and challenges of current technology and business management. This conference had provided a forum for exchange of ideas and insights by academicians, researchers, industry experts, management professionals, and social scientists in various disciplines, and encourage interdisciplinary research. Various eminent speakers from different parts of the world, like Professor R.K. Sharma, IIT Kanpur Professor Ashish Dwivedi, Jindal Business School, Dr. Indrajit Ghoshal, Pranveer University, Kolkata, Professor Brandon Rudolph Singh, Texas A&M University, Dr. Samir Rohadia, THIMM Germany, and Dr. Mohammad Rishad Faridi, Prince Saddam bin Abdul Aziz University, Saudi Arabia, had enlightened Industry 5.0. More than 150 enthusiastic authors presented the research papers, and more than 500 participants attended the conference actively. The presented papers will be published by the reputed Scopus Index Journal. In my view, the gist of this conference is very much interesting, like the brainstorming sessions which were conducted in last 2 days. And it is that Industry 5.0 represents a shift from fully automated systems to enhance human creativity, decision-making, and customization. By leveraging technologies like AI, robotics, and data analytics, business can create more personalized, efficient, and sustainable production systems. Conduction of this kind of international events is a regular practice in PSIT Kanpur, and we are committed to build a research and innovation culture between the academia, industry, and domain experts that leads to the creation of sustainable industry culture. As this productive conference session comes to an end, we would like to sincerely thank everyone who helped and made it unforgettable occasion. We would like to thank Honorable Professor Vinay Kumar Pathak sir, President AIU New Delhi, and Vice Chancellor CSJM Kanpur, Honorable Sri Pranveer Singh sir, Chairman PSIT Kanpur, respected Sri Abhijit Singh sir, Vice President PSIT Kanpur, respected Ms. Tanya Singh ma'am, Vice President PSIT Kanpur, respected Professor Manmohan Shukla sir, Group Director PSIT Kanpur, for their unwavering support and guidance to conduct this kind of successful conference. This event and the institute have been greatly influenced by their leadership. We are very much thankful to esteemed Professor S.K. Balla sir, Director PSIT Kanpur, directors of other institutions, Professor Bhagwan Jagwani sir, Professor A.K. Raya sir, distinguished keynote speakers, and today's chief guest Jaiveer Singh sir, AVP HDFC Bank, industry experts, deans, HODs, faculty members, participants, organizing committee members, office bearers and students for their great contribution to make the conference a successful event. I would like to congratulate Professor Harit Kumar sir and Department of Business Management for organizing the successful conference. Synchronization and harmony shown by the department is marvelous. In fact, it is not the end of the conference, it is the beginning of upcoming milestones. Thank you everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Raghavan sir, for such kind words and uplifting our spirits. So, the final hour of the day, I would request everybody to stand up for national anthem.
फिल्मी गाने से जो
मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा, तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा, जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thanking again, Group Director Sir, Director Sanjeev Balla Sir, Director Academics Raghavan Sir, Director CHE Bhagwan Sir. We are truly thankful for your company and time. Thank you, sir. Sir.